Holy shit. I don't know what just happened here, but if you're not involved in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains yet, you better be, because, oh, God, that was amazing. Just like, oh, Jesus. Before we get into what was amazing, I want to address one thing, and that is that I still have no idea how anything works in this world, because I assumed when we saw the silhouette of Revolver get out of a chair, that meant that you plug into Link Vrains like SAO style. But then when we see, I can't remember his name yet, the gold guy, when we see him go into Link Vrains, a sphere goes around him. So does that mean he physically gets transported? I don't know, because the thing is that if he's not, then that means he's just standing there, and it's weird. But I want to get away from that because, oh God, everything else here was amazing. Especially because, and I think this might be part of it, the anime I watched before this is Sakura Quest, which is just a very pleasant, very pretty, cute girls doing cute things type anime. And then you go into this, I don't know if the transition kind of makes this insaner by comparison, but oh man, this anime has been insane thus far. First up, let's start off with probably the craziest thing that happened. Our opening scene! Like, oh my God, like, Ignis killed a guy. Like, okay, we don't know. I don't know if they've told us if the Knights of Hanoi are people or if they're like AI program. And also, we don't know if the guy was already logged out yet, if he is a person. But for the time being, I'm going to assume Ignis just killed a man, because we've established that any sort of super heavy injury you sustain in Link Vrains can affect you in real life. Ignis ate a man! He ate him! Like, I expected that Ignis was going to do something at that moment. And I thought that was going to be the kind of moment where the two become partners and best buddies and yay. No. Ignis turns into a weird Evangelion-type monster and eats him. Like, yeah, he was about to blow Yusaku up, but seriously, he ate him. Like, am I the only one who can't believe this? We're only on episode 3, and they just did that. But it was like, it's such a great scene, because up till now, I think we've all, even if some of us like me have assumed Ignis was going to have more to him than just a simple like comic relief sidekick, I think we all expected he would still be pretty straightforward. This episode throws that out the window. No, there is something very odd going on with this character, and I loved the way it was represented. Not just that scene, but later the scene where Yusaku is trying to analyze Ignis, and I love the little joke, it starts out as a joke, that Yusaku puts him on mute just because how annoying he is. But what I loved is when Yusaku got into Ignis's memory, and you see Ignis sort of frantically moving around. Again, no cheap dialogue exposition this time. No. All visuals, all up to your own interpretation, all how you see it. The point of a televised medium is that you show everything and then only tell what needs to be told. And that is what happened here, because during that memory scene, you see Ignis frantic, but we don't quite know why. Is it because he doesn't want Yusaku to see what's going on? Is it because he legitimately is remembering it for the first time and is freaking out? Or is there an even more sinister thing going on here? I love it because you can go in so many different directions, and because we opened on such a strong note from the character as he did something so insane, it creates an area where you don't really know if you can trust this guy. He's like, my memories aren't intact. And I love that Yusaku just flat out says, I didn't expect you to be honest in the first place. So again, even the character knows this guy, there's something off with this guy. And it creates such a great atmosphere for the viewer. Even the little sound effect of Ignis's eye moving on the dual disc, I don't know why, it just adds this kind of creepy, technical feel to it, and I thought it really worked. And then you get this scene in Yusaku's bedroom. First up, I like the contrast between the other characters' bedrooms and the other Yu-Gi-Ohs. Hear me out, I know that sounds weird, but the thing is that all other rooms were made out to look pretty normal kid stuff. They've got like figures and toys and bookshelves, and it's all bright colors and happy and normal, which is fine. I like that the room has this inherent dark drunginess to it. Like Yusaku, like, because we know how he is, where he's very in his own head a lot, like maybe he doesn't care, or maybe he lacks the ability to take interest. It might also just be nothing, but to me I think it's a neat little idea. I hope we see more of his room and maybe a little bit more of this guy as a person, but that's for later. I love the way he talks to Yusaku's little Roomba AI robot thingy, like where he talks about, do you want to get smarter, do you want to get free, and then it says yes. I expected that scene to end with the robot saying something silly and then they just being like, oh man, no, something is going on, something very interesting, and something that could get very, very dark. And again, I love that whole sort of, we thought we knew everything. We thought the beginning of episode 1, just sort of like the Star Wars things, like, here it is, go for it, ain't that fun, let's go. No, something is up. And all of this was further explored with, I don't want to just remember everyone's names off the wiki. I want everyone to have an impact on me. So that's why I haven't remembered really anyone's names besides Yusaku and like Aoi. But anyways, the butler guy, the guy who looks kind of like a butler for Soul Technologies. Again, I didn't read any spoilers for this, but my assumption was that he would just be kind of like the face of everything. And then when these new bad guys, and then when the chess piece people are fully revealed, they just sort of take over and he's just the sidekick. No! First up, I actually kind of like the chess thing. Some people are saying it's a little too on the nose and a little too ridiculous. I think it's fine. Again, we're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! What do you expect? But I loved how the butler guy was intelligent. I loved that he was clever, and I love the way he talked to everyone in this. It felt very businessman, like very exact. Not like he's very clearly meant to be a manipulative, controlling person like Reiji, but it feels very unique to itself. I don't know if it's the tone, I don't know if it's the way he's subtitled. Kudos to the actor for really figuring out a way to make it his own. He just has this businessman. He kind of reminds me of Wesley from Daredevil Season 1. Like, just this very exact, precise person. Everything is just business to him. Like, when the chess pieces are like, we should probably shut Link Vrains down. That could probably end the problem immediately, but he's like, no, we're a company. We need profits. The corporate espionage element in this has only been touched upon, but it is already becoming really interesting. Just because this guy is such an interesting lead. I love seeing him just go around and try to recruit people, like the pink-haired chick, where he's just like, look, I just need you to find out about this guy. And I like that they address, oh, you want me to duel him? Normally in Yu-Gi-Oh! It'd be like, yes, duel him. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! No, it's just like, nah, I could hire someone else. I want you to do this thing specifically. And he wants Gold Guy to do his thing specifically. That idea that he manipulates and controls anyone, but he always keeps everyone in a specific role. He's never expecting too much. He never seems to be expecting too little. He knows exactly how to strategically place everyone to use them. Gold Guy is a duel expert. We don't know anything about this chick, and probably he doesn't know that much either, so he's using their strengths to his advantage. It's a really great way to show off a character who probably, as the story progresses, won't get a ton of screen time, but I mean, I was just completely wrong about Ignis, so who knows. And then we get to the scene with the Gold Guy. I'm sorry if all of you expect to remember the names, but again, like, I'm sure I'll get to know this guy sooner or later. I liked him a lot more than I expected. I was really expecting a Gogenzaka repeat, but no, this guy is completely his own unique character. He's this champion duelist. He wants to, like, you know, be the best, be everyone. And again, just the way he gets manipulated, but I like that idea that they sort of put in here that he wants to do it on his own terms and with his own ability, which I can really respect. I love characters where their whole thing is they work for their own strength and they want to do things their way and they will do it. And that's what I liked. I like the fact that he's just this normal duelist guy, especially because I'm expecting Aoi will be more plot related. So again, it puts him in a role that is good for what we're working with this guy, because he is kind of goofy looking, but I think it kind of works for what they're trying to use him for. So I really dug that. And the only other real thing, well, there's a couple other things that happened here, but the other thing is the Yusaku revolver sort of sensing each other thing. It was cool. It looked gorgeous and it had a great atmosphere to it, but we were late enough in the episode I wasn't expecting it to go anywhere. It was just like a little tease, kind of neat. I like that we established that Ignis's program is beyond anything, so again, it keeps the mystery up. I'm liking Yusaku's school friend guy. I don't know why. He's just kind of this fun, simple dimwit, and I kind of like that. I think Yusaku kind of is. I do like the little tick they give Revolver. of he sort of does the 1-2-3 thing like Yusaku, but he talks about it much more normal, like a normal person would, where Yusaku sounds very robotic, especially because we know that Revolver's Link Vrains design is more robotic, thus creating a good contrast between Playmaker and himself. But I like that sort of tick. I like that we see human Revolver and see that he's trying to save his dad or whatever with his dad right away. Because, I mean, again, we've done Evil Dad now several times, but we don't know where this is going. And also, it kind of gives Revolver this weird humanization a lot faster than I was expecting. Because, again, we're episode 3, and we're getting so much. But unlike episode 1, where it felt like a big dump, this feels very natural and very, like, this is what it should be doing and the direction it should be going. So I really thought that was great. The only other thing was the comedy relief in this. First up, the frog guy and the pigeon, I'm okay with, actually. A lot of people are saying it breaks the tone and the atmosphere, and it does. But again, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's going to be goofy. It's going to be over the top at times. And look, you're in an internet world that is not bound by the rules of the universe, so why not have a little fun with it, and why not have some fun designs? I'm still confused with the journalists and stuff, because they all had this weird face, and I'm sure it's just so you can have a stock design to save time. But I would have preferred it, like, again, if we knew exactly what was going on here, because I guess maybe they're stock accounts or something. It's just kind of distracting. I know it's not bothering everyone, but it's kind of bothering me. I actually really did find the scene where there's all these fake playmakers funny, because there's always, like, fake Twitter accounts being like, I'm the real Elvira, or the real, like, I don't know. You get where I'm going with this. I just thought it was a cute little scene, nice little nod. I'd love it if the media element in this could actually be a thing. Like, Playmaker just stopped a cyber terrorist attack. Everyone should be talking about him. And I think it is kind of a unique idea. But what did you think? I know I've rambled on a lot, but so much to get into this week. It was great. But what did you think? In the comments section below, give me your thoughts on this episode. And for this week's TCG question of the week, Dimension Guardians comes out Friday. Who cares? Do you care? I want to know. Is reprinting everything as common and super rare, cheap, good to you? Tell me below. And as always, click to like and click to subscribe, and we'll all figure out where everything goes as we, I guess, see more chess people stuff.